Hello, and welcome back to Marble League Online Season 4, Part 2. We'll take another look at the track real quick before we get started. And right after this, we'll take another look at the leaderboards to see where we are currently at before we get into race number 17. We got Moonbeam in first, 239, McDonald Farms in second, and the Real Ones in third, Phoenix in fourth, Globedroppers and Baker's Dozen almost tied up for fifth and sixth, Sauce in seventh, Gruesome Twosome in 8th with 183, and Risky Biscuits down in the bottom in ninth with 168. Let's get into race 17 and see where it takes us. And they're off. Ooh, looks like the Real Ones got way out ahead there. That was amazing, but then they catch back up. Moonbeam trying to catch up to him, but they push him back. Gruesome Twosome able to get ahead, and Moonbeam right there just before the drop. Can they get into this water spritzer quick and nicely before everyone else catches up? Yes, they're able to get ahead, and Gruesome Twosome will take the win this race. Good moves by them. Let's take a slow motion replay at the beginning to see how they got that advantage. Looks like the Real Ones right there went way ahead. But by after this, they were not able to keep it up, getting off that bottom drop there. And at the end, you see Gruesome Twosome here getting the lead and a little bit of action in the back. Looks like Baker's Dozen tried to pass McDonald Farms, but they couldn't, and they dropped back another space. Good race by them. And you can see here, McDonald Farms will still hold the lead after that. 245, Moonbeam 243, Phoenix up in third with 228. And now we have another double points round. See who's going to take it. So we got in the lead right now. It looks like we got Globedroppers way out in the lead. Can they hold it up? Looks like Sauce behind them, slowing down a bit, coming into the chicane, going off that drop with Globedroppers with a huge lead. Moonbeam in second. Oh, and Phoenix passing three people right in the last stretch. Beautiful move by them. See, Globedroppers getting this nice lead here. Almost people trying to catch up, but they slow down. Globedroppers come off that corner real fast, ahead of everyone by a lot. Moonbeam trying to get that second place spot easily. You can see here Phoenix rolling up past the Real Ones, Baker's Dozen, and the Gruesome Twosome. Oh, good move by Phoenix. But they still drop down to fourth place after that. Moonbeam jumping up to first. Globedroppers jumping up to second. McDonald Farms moving all the way down to third. Now getting into race 19. So we had Sauce in the lead, Sauce and Moonbeam fighting it out, but no, it's the Real Ones up in front. Moonbeam right behind. McDonald Farms trying to pass Moonbeam. They're neck and neck. Sauce trying to get back up in fourth. But it looks like Phoenix. But no, they get past. What happened there? You see here, Gruesome Twosome almost had a nice lead, but slows down a lot. The outside lane looks like Phoenix up ahead actually right there, with Moonbeam right behind. But I don't think Phoenix is going to be able to hold on to it. No. No, it was the Real Ones. And looks like Baker's Dozen passed a few people right there at the end. What a beautiful move. Baker's Dozen getting those few extra points, jumping up to sixth place. Moonbeam still in first. McDonald Farms in second. And Phoenix holding on to third. Globedroppers go all the way down to fourth. Let's get into race 19. The new camera angle for the rest of this tournament. Rest of this season, excuse me. Looks like we have Globedroppers out in the head. But the Real Ones get past. Oh, the Real Ones pass and they get passed immediately by Baker's Dozen. Baker's Dozen taking a huge lead off that bottom stretch. They're able to keep it up. Moonbeam trying to catch. No, and it's Phoenix in third. Moonbeam in second. Baker's Dozen taking a nice win there. See how they took it. Risky Biscuits getting on the caught in that first ledge, falling behind. Moonbeam, the Real Ones, up ahead with McDonald Farms and the Globedroppers. But at the time we get to the bottom, though, it is the Baker's Dozen able to pass everyone. Moonbeam able to maintain second. Looks like Phoenix in third. Globedroppers in fourth. McDonald Farms are trying to take last. Good race. Moonbeam will hold on to first. Phoenix will jump up into second. Globedroppers will jump up only by 1 point over the Real Ones. Can they keep it up into race 20? Looks like we got Baker's. No, it's Gruesome Twosome out in the lead. It's like Globedroppers trying to follow. Baker's Dozen right behind. Gruesome Twosome with a big lead. Definitely taking this win here. Ooh, maybe not. Can the Globedroppers keep up? No, they will stay in second with Baker's Dozen in third. Beautiful move, but see how it took it away in the beginning. Gruesome Twosome, the Sauce, and Baker's Dozen out in front, but Gruesome Twosome's able to keep it. Fight back the Globedroppers right there, hold them back, get a nice lead on them. By the time we get to the bottom, they actually almost catch back up. Gruesome Twosome able to hold him back. Hold on for that win, get some nice points, might jump him up a little bit. We'll have to see what these leaderboards look like after this race. See there, Phoenix got in last place that race. Let's see where puts that Gruesome Twosome. Nope, they're still down there, 268 below McDonald Farms, and Moonbeam will jump up to first, and Globdroppers will jump up into second. Real Ones in third. So we got McDonald Farms and Globdroppers out front, but they get past. Looks like it's Globdroppers and Sauce out in front. Can they keep up? Sauce still right behind. Moonbeam in third. Gruesome Twosome in fourth. Looks like Sauce losing some ground. Maybe Moonbeam will be able to pass Sauce right here. Looks like McDonald Farms maybe out in the lead. No, it's the Globdroppers. Let's take another look at that replay. See here, McDonald Farms, Globdroppers duking it out. Sauce able to take the lead for a minute. McDonald Farms able to get back up ahead, but no, that was the Globdroppers who will take the win. Moonbeam in second, McDonald Farms in eighth, Baker's Dozen in ninth. At the end of race 22, Moonbeam will hold on to first, Globdroppers in second, the Real Ones in third, with Phoenix right behind in fourth place. Baker's Dozen, McDonald Farms neck and neck for fourth and fifth. Let's get into race 23. So we got Baker's Dozen and Moonbeam way out ahead. Baker's Dozen taking a big lead, getting a lot of speed down that stretch. Moonbeam able to hold on to a second with the Real Ones trying to catch up right behind. They might be able to pass. It looks like they do. Can they hold on to it? Ooh, get really slowed down here. Baker's Dozen still able to hold the lead though. Moonbeam able to get back up ahead of Real Ones, with Gruesome Twosome getting in fourth. Let's take a slow motion replay. See how they duked it out here right in the beginning. The Real Ones starting real slow. Looks like actually Phoenix might have got second there. See where Phoenix and the Real Ones end up by the time they get to the bottom. You can see there Baker's Dozen taking a big lead over the entire pack, with Donald Farms and Sauce way in the back duking it out still. Baker's Dozen definitely getting a nice win. With you see there, Moonbeam was actually just behind Phoenix for a minute, but able to get ahead of her and take that second place spot away. Get a nice extra point above them. Bad move on Phoenix's part. They will get back though. Let's see where that puts them. Moonbeam still in first, Phoenix still in fourth, tied with Baker's Dozen up in third. They jumped up a few spots. The Real Ones jumped down to fifth. The Globdroppers still in second. Let's get into race 25. See if they can't get into it. Looks like the Real Ones way out in front, followed by Moonbeam and Sauce. Sauce able to get right in front. Baker's Dozen right behind. Yo, Moonbeam went way out ahead, passing everybody. Looks like a few other people as well. Moonbeam is going to be in first. Gruesome Twosome in second. Looks like Sauce is going to take third. Good moves on Moonbeam's part, getting out ahead there. And it looks like the Moonbeam actually had the lead here coming down to the bottom, but the Real One's able to take a big lead. I don't think they can maintain it past that part, and they don't. And a lot of people change positions going down that draft. You can see there, Phoenix actually passed, the Real Ones passed Baker's Dozen to get right behind Sauce right at the end, to get that extra point above them. Let's see where that puts everyone by the end of race 24. Our current standings, we have Moonbeam in first, Globdroppers in second, and the Real Ones back up into third. Baker's Dozen drop it down to fourth. Risky Biscuits still in last. Let's get into race 25. Ooh, Sauce with a big lead. Moonbeam kind of right behind. Moonbeam gets passed by both the Globdroppers and the Real Ones. Sauce able to hold everyone back. Looks like Gruesome Twosome able to jump up into second. Sauce able to take it away. Gruesome in second place. Looks like Baker's Dozen were in third. Beautiful run. Looks like Sauce has a nice line all the way down this first portion of the track. Moonbeam able to pop back out. Almost got slowed down too much. But they got passed right there, right after the drop, giving Gruesome Twosome and the Globdroppers some nice positions over them. See where that puts everyone into race 25. It's like we got Moonbeam in first, still Globdroppers in second, Baker's Dozen in third, only by 1 point ahead of the Real Ones, and only 5 points ahead of Phoenix. Let's get into race 26. So we got Gruesome Twosome out in front for a minute, but then Moonbeam and the Real Ones getting up there. The Real One's taking a nice lead here, I think. Or is it that the Phoenix? I can't tell quite yet. Let's wait till they get to the bottom, but Moonbeam is right behind. And it looks like that was Phoenix out ahead, followed by Moonbeam, getting in second place. Let's take a slow motion replay. Look at them all covered in sand right now still, making it difficult for me, the announcer, to tell who is who sometimes. Like Moonbeam was able to get out ahead for a second, but it's Phoenix fighting for it out ahead of Moonbeam with Gruesome Twosome right behind him. But by the time I get to the bottom, it is Phoenix that will be dominating the lead with Moonbeam right behind. And it looks like Baker's Dozen was able to pass Gruesome Twosome right at the end. The real ones went off track to lose all their points. They might have gotten fourth, but got passed all by everyone by going into that other lane, getting ninth place. The real ones will go down to fifth, with Phoenix going right above them in fourth. Moonbeam will hold on to first. Good race by Moonbeam. Keeping that first place spot, getting second in that race. Let's get into race 27. And it looks like we got Gruesome Twosome way out in the lead. Baker's Dozen right behind, trying to chase him down. No, that's McDonald Farms right behind them. But they get passed up. Moonbeam is way out ahead now. Looks like McDonald Farms able to pass Gruesome Twosome as well. Moonbeam getting back into fourth with Globdroppers right ahead of him getting in third. What a transition. Beautiful race. Let's take a slow motion replay to see how they got there. It's like Gruesome Twosome, McDonald Farms, and Globdroppers all duking it out for the lead right here. You see Moonbeam coming ahead. McDonald Farms getting stuck on those chicanes. Getting stuck way back. Look here, Globdroppers actually fell back to last place, but they have a huge jump right here. Able to get back in ahead right behind McDonald Farms. Beautiful race. Nice. And at the end of race 27, you can see Moonbeam still has first, Globdroppers in second, and Baker's Dozen up into third. The real one's slowly dropping back down. And into race 28, looks like we have Moonbeam out ahead. Moonbeam holding on to it. Looks like McDonald Farms right behind. No, that is the real ones. McDonald Farms and Globdroppers duking it out for fourth. Can Moonbeam hold on to it in first? Yes, they do. Ooh, but Globdroppers went off the side. Oh my goodness. What happened there? Now that was McDonald Farms off to the side, doing the same thing the real ones did last round, allowing Sauce to pass them. And get 8th place over their 9th. Good points for them. See, Sauce got stuck for just a minute, but eventually gets unstuck at some point off camera. You can see rolling down this big hill there. They get into it really well. Moonbeam taking a huge lead. And right there you see McDonald Farms jumping around. Couldn't hit the water spritzer right. Slows down way too much and loses possibly second or third place, jumping all the way down to last. Coach Rocky cannot be happy about that. He's going to have been talking to McDonald Farms. Too much strength, allowing the Sauce to get a few extra points above them. I will not help him out going into race 28 to jump back up on top of that leaderboard. McDonald Farms is all the way down to 7th. They were in first place at the beginning of part 2, and now they're back down to 7th by a lot. Moonbeam way out ahead. Let's get into race 29. Looks like we got Baker's Dozen out in front. Gruesome Twosome in second. Sauce trying to catch up. Sauce able to pass the Gruesome Twosome, trying to catch up to the Baker's Dozen. But Gruesome Twosome gets ahead of Sauce on that drop. But Sauce passes him again. Almost passes the Baker's Dozen too, but he can't. What a battle between Gruesome Twosome and Sauce, trying to hold on to that second place spot. Baker's Dozen holding him back the whole time. See here, Globdroppers tries to take a nice lead, but they get cut off, pushed back into 4th or 5th place. Like the real ones tried to catch up to him for just a minute, but they lost him at the bottom of that hill. Down here you can see where Sauce passes Gruesome Twosome to take that spot back. Almost able to get ahead of Baker's Dozen, but catches too much of that drift on the outside and pushes him back. Couldn't keep the speed up. Second place is good. Nice race, Baker's Dozen. Will that put them up in the leaderboards, though? Baker's Dozen are 2nd place, right above the Globdroppers, still behind Moonbeam by a great deal. See if the race 30 we can make a difference here for the Baker's Dozen, but right now we got Sauce out in front leading the pack, but he gets past, I think, but he gets back ahead of McDonald Farms. We'll probably push him back right here. Yes, they will. He gets back into 6th place after that half pipe, pushes everyone backwards and changes their positions. See if we can get it after the water spreads. And oh my god, did you just see Globdroppers go up high on that wall to pass everyone? I have not seen him move like that all season. Beautiful. Huge risk and all the reward. That's how you take it in Marble League Online. Sauce right here able to hold the lead, but it doesn't work out for him. Holding the lead in that position can actually push you back in last. And here's where Globdroppers goes up on the over and back on the inside lane to pass the real ones and Moonbeam. Beautiful race. Phoenix getting in 7th. Looks like Moonbeam dropped all the way back to 3rd. Baker's Dozen getting 9th. Risky Biscuit still at the bottom with 291, and Moonbeam in first with 441. Globdroppers jump back up into 2nd above Baker's Dozen. Beautiful move by them. And now we have a double points round into race 31. who's going to get these double points. It might change everything around people. Looks like, oh, Moonbeam, our leader, already taken first spot. Like Phoenix are in second, maybe the real ones, but they get past. So now it's Risky Biscuits. Risky Biscuits will take second place over the real ones with Phoenix in fourth. It's like Gruesome Twosome McDonald Farms are duking it out in the back and got stuck on the outside lane to take 8th and 9th. Take a slow motion replay to see where everyone ended up and how they got there. See, Risky Biscuits almost had the lead there, but he hits that middle center divide, gives room for Moonbeam to get ahead of him. It's like the real ones at Phoenix are surrounding him as well, trying to get that spot. By the time we get to the bottom, Risky Biscuits is able to hold him back for second place. Moonbeam taking first, getting an even bigger lead into first place. Beautiful moves. Let's see here slowly. McDonald Farms and Gruesome Twosome trying to make the finish line. And our lovely assistant picking up our marbles to make sure they get back to the starting position. Moonbeam with a big lead now at 41. Baker's Dozen hold on to second with 434. And Baker's Globdroppers, excuse me, not Baker's Dozen. Baker's Dozen will be in third. Real one's in fourth. Let's get into race 32. See where it takes us. It's like we got, is that the real ones? It's like the real ones out in front, but no, now it's McDonald Farms and they're duking it out. It's like McDonald Farms and Baker's Dozen. But out here we got McDonald Farms out in first. No, that was Risky Biscuits out in first. Moonbeam out in second. Baker's Dozen, Phoenix, and McDonald Farms all DNF that race. What happened to them? You can see McDonald Farms, Baker's Dozen, and Phoenix still on the track right here. But right there, McDonald Farms gets stuck. If they do not get knocked loose, they get stuck right there the rest of this race. Race 32, and at the bottom we got Risky Biscuits taking first, and Moonbeam, our leader, taking second. Globdroppers in third. Looks like the real ones in fourth. Gruesome Twosome taking fifth, and Sauce taking sixth. That's the most DNFs we had in one race all season. And now we're going to get into race 33 right after this. Each team is going to have 2 marbles going down the track. And the first 2 marbles will be in first place, second 2 marbles will be in second place, so on and so forth. That'll change how many points you get. Could be double, could be 1.5 times more points. We'll see where they go. It's like Globdroppers and McDonald Farms up ahead. Risky Biscuits, both their teammates taking second and third place. Risky Biscuits having a great race here with Baker's Dozen trying to get, but they get ahead of Baker's Dozen on the race. Boom! Did you just see that by Risky Biscuits taking the top 2 spots? Beautiful points there for them. The real ones rolling in slow for 9th points. 9th place to get a few points extra on top of their current score. But I don't think that was high points for Risky Biscuits. Will get them anywhere. They have not been racing that well this season. And it looked like Baker's Dozen also got second place. McDonald Farms got the other first place spot just above the Risky Biscuits. Right here, see him duking them out. Baker's Dozen able to push off to the side. They're swaying back and forth between McDonald Farms, dodging everyone. Right here, Baker's Dozen is ahead of Risky Biscuits. McDonald Farms able to maintain the lead, though, and Risky Biscuits able to take a nice jet stream to pass Baker's Dozen. Either way, they maintain that spot. See Gruesome Twosome up there with some nice points, as well as Moonbeam. Not a bad race. Good job, Risky Biscuits and McDonald Farms on our final race of Season 4. Let's see where that puts everybody. And we will have Moonbeam up in first, 517 points. Globdroppers in second. Baker's Dozen in third. The real ones in fourth. Gruesome Twosome in fifth. Phoenix went all the way down to sixth. Sauce jumped up to seventh. And McDonald Farms way down in eighth. Risky Biscuits in ninth. We'll see you next time.